You are extremely dangerous. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you are extremely dangerous. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, I'm nothing to play around with. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm nothing to play around with. See, family, people may try to play you to the left and to the right, especially when you come off as so kind to where they think that you're weak, especially to where they feel that since you care so much that you can't walk away, especially to where people begin to feel as if they are obligated and entitled into your life, that you are willing to allow them to have some type of control or power over you. But they are in for a rude awakening the moment you give them a response or reaction that they were not looking for. You ever heard the saying that whoever is the loudest in the room is the weakest in the room? Well, that's facts. You follow what I'm saying? See, 9 times out of 10, chosen one, you are the type of person who laugh a lot, you smile a lot, all right? Or you may be the one who's silent. You follow what I'm saying? But see, what people fail to realize is you're quiet not to protect you, but to protect them. Whether it's you protecting them from what you gonna say, telling them off, putting hands on somebody, but you stay quiet for a reason is what I'm saying. You may laugh and smile a lot, but it's not because you can be played with. It's because you're trying to keep yourself in a positive mood, in a positive mind frame, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. The point is, y'all, is a lot of people misconstrue you for who you're not. You follow what I'm saying? And so with that being said, when a person is unaware and oblivious to what's really going through your mind, they realize immediately that you are extremely dangerous because they never expected it. You take a group of 4 young boys, right, or young men. 3 of them are straight up street, gutter, raw, ratchet, however you want to call it. The other one got the same mindset, but he don't look like that. He look clean, look like he come from a clean home, Harvard, if you will, wear suits and all that. You follow what I'm saying? Which one is the world is going to consider the most dangerous? Not the one with the suit, right? It's going to be the one or the 3 young men who carry themselves as such. But see, that could not have been any further from the truth. You can protect yourself from them. You can't protect yourself from him. You don't know how he coming. You follow what I'm saying? He got the same mindset. He's liable to do the same things. The only difference is he don't look like that. In other words, y'all, you do not look like who you actually are, which is that strong person, a person who don't play the radio, which is a person who's about what they say they are. And I'm not even saying that you're tough, walking around with grenades, handguns, bazookas, or even finna knock somebody out like Mike Tyson. I'm just simply saying that you stand on what you believe in. You stand on your business, okay? And a lot of people are not expecting that, which makes you the person who's extremely dangerous, all right? They thought you were going to sit around and wait for them. They thought that you was just going to sit around and just, okay, all right, okay. No. You are a strong individual. You follow what I'm saying? And that's something that they were not expecting. But family, within this video, I'm going to make sure I break this down so most of y'all can get it. All right? But if y'all understand, drop in the comments and let me know. But family, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this. You are extremely dangerous, all right? Make sure you leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Family, what's going on, man? How y'all doing? What y'all ate today? What y'all been doing today? I'm all in your business, but it is what it is, y'all. We family at this point. Myself, family, I just had some American deli. I got the burger, wings, and fries with the big old fruit punch. Yeah, y'all, it was scrumptious. All right, but with that being said, family, it was my cheat day, and I understand that, you can't eat like that every day. But I did it today, y'all. So y'all bear with your boy. But drop in the comments and let me know what y'all had. And we're going to go ahead and get directly into this video. Number 1, you don't get too attached. All right. This is extremely important. You don't get too attached. Family, most people in this world get extremely attached to people, to things, a job, places, all right, social media. People get attached and they can't detach, all right? Rule number one, y'all, in the book, The Law of Detachment, is nothing belongs to you. Nothing belongs to you. Everything is only an experience, right? Many people, find themselves on the show Snapped, right? Because they thought that that woman or that man was owed to them. That person ain't owed to you. That's just an experience. You don't even own your kids. Yeah, the ones who came out of you, you don't even own your kids. You can't get too attached. Now, I'm not sitting here saying to be a butthole to your kids or even be a butthole to people who love you. What I'm saying is you got to be strong enough to know that at any moment you can walk away from me. At some point, my kids got to leave the house. At any moment, you can up and down me. Listen, y'all, I know it's a conversation that we don't want to have, but it's real. It's real. You follow what I'm saying? You can't get too attached to things, people, places, drinks, substances, whatever the case is, all right? But with yourself, this is what makes you dangerous because you don't get too attached, all right? That person you're dating, they are amazing. I get it. But don't get too attached. The person you married, I promise you, I understand this is the love of your life, but don't get too attached. The individuals who you call your friends, they had your back in some tough times. I understand. But don't get too attached because anything that you cannot walk away from becomes a liability to you. That makes sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 2 is going to be this right here, family. You're learning how to not care at all. All right? You are learning how not to care at all. Listen, y'all, you got to read the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. All right, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But this book is basically telling you how you can't worry about what people say, what people think, all right? And, of course, you can't worry about things that you can't control. Well, what can I not control, Reno? You can't control how somebody feel about you. You can't control what somebody think about you. You can't control somebody's opinions, all right? And opinions like buttholes. Everybody got one. Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody got one. So are you going to go to everybody's doorstep who don't like you or dislike you and say, hey, man, you need to get rid of that opinion about me? I don't like what you said about me. Family, it's millions and billions of people who's going to have that same perspective about yourself. You follow what I'm saying? And it's not to say that you are a bad person, but you have to understand when you got to walk away from it, right? And that's another thing, too, that goes right back to it. When you learn how not to care and when you don't get too attached, you understand that I have to learn how to walk away from things, whether that's walking away from a person, whether that's walking away from a job, whether that's walking away from a situation. All that stuff can save your life. Do you know how many people would still be living or not in jail had they walked away? All right. Somebody drop in the comments and say there's power in walking away. But see, you are learning this, but a lot of times, y'all, people who don't understand this, they're thinking about that moment time, or they're thinking about the moment in that particular time, rather. If I don't say something about this, I'm lame, I'm weak, I'm a punk. You follow what I'm saying? That's why I love the movie Harlem Nights. I believe it was Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy. And Eddie Murphy was like, I ain't no punk. And Richard Pryor made the joke, and he said, all right, so what you going to tell them on your gravestone, man? Your gravestone going to say, because his name was Quick, your gravestone going to say, Quick lived from 19 such and such to 19 such and such, but he ain't no punk. You follow what I'm saying? In other words, you're going to be sitting here dead, all right? But you ain't no punk, though. But this goes right back into the moment of what I'm saying. You are learning how not to care. You can't care about who think that you're soft, who think that you a punk, who think that you can't stand your ground. Family, walking away is paramount, all right? Number 3, you separated the situation from the face. This makes you dangerous. You've separated the situation from the face. Reno, what does this mean? A lot of times, y'all, people look at the situation and they say, oh, that's my mama, so I can't I really can't act on it. Oh, that's my daddy, that's my sister, that's my brother, that's my best friend, that's my wife, that's my husband. You see what I'm saying? The situation is messed up. For instance, if somebody steals something from you, and not only have they done it once, but they've done it 2-3 times, are we still going to be stuck on the face like, you know, man, that's just what my cousin Rodney be doing, man. That's just what my sister be doing. You know, she be doing stuff like that. But I gotta love her. That's my sister. No, you can love her from a distance. You can love cousin Rodney from a distance. Why is that, Reno? Because when you understand that I don't care what the face look like, what actually happened to me, what is the situation, what are the circumstances, right? And that's what's going to determine if a person is good or bad. All right. I don't care because you are my cousin, my uncle, my mama. If you stealing from me, you stealing from me. And you ain't no better than a stranger off the street. Reno, what are you saying right now? This makes you extremely dangerous because you've separated the situation from the face. In other words, you are looking at things clearly for what they should be looked at for. All right. You are looking at things clearly for what they should be looked at for. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I see clearly now. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I see clearly now. Number 4 is going to be this right here, y'all. Love don't fool you. Yep. Love don't fool you. That's why I like that other movie, y'all, with Lorenz Tate. He was playing, I forgot the guy name, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? He an old singer, right? But love don't fool you. Sometimes, y'all, love is the cost of certain people's destruction. Just because love is involved, you think that it's okay, and it's not. Just because love is involved, you think that it's okay, and it's not. Guaranteed. Reno, what are you saying right now? I'd rather be respected than loved. I'd rather be respected than loved. Y'all remember on the movie Friday, I believe Craig owed his family some money, right? But Big Perm or Big Worm wanted that money too. So guess who Craig paid? Craig paid Big Perm. And again, it was Smokey who placed him in that situation. But that goes back to the love and respect situation. Who are you going to pay first? You going to pay the person you love first or the person you respect first? And this right here is just being straight up and down. The person who can unalive you or the person who going to say, you know what, I ain't going to love you no more. You like, man, you love me. You love me. You know you love me. Versus the person who like, hey, man, I'm going to be at your doorstep 2 in the morning about my 20 bones. You follow what I'm saying? This is real, y'all. So when love don't fool you, you are basically saying that I'm stronger than love. All right. Are you really treating me right? Are you really treating me wrong? Are you taking me serious? Do you have great intentions for me? Right? Love don't fool you. A lot of times, y'all, love fools certain people. That's what allows people to keep getting cheated on because he loved me. That's what allows people to keep going through hard situations because they love me. All right. But when you get to a point where love don't fool you, yeah, you become dangerous. And that's what people don't like about you. They don't like the fact that you are willing to walk away from love. Number 5 is going to be this right here, family. Your value can't be compromised. All right. Your value can't be compromised. Let's just say you go to a company. I don't care if it's Apple. I don't care if it's Google. But when you go to a company and you know what you bring to the table, like maybe you are highly educated, you have experience, you've done that job before. And not only that, but maybe you step down from a high position. So you understand how things work, right? Well, the problem is, y'all, is companies ain't going to like that because your value can't be compromised. That's the same thing with a person. When you are a woman and you know what you are worth and you know what you're supposed to have as a woman, you think that men who don't want to treat you as such when it comes to your value, you think he gonna like that? The only man who's gonna like that or appreciate that are men who understand their value as well and want to treat you according to the queen that you are. Because if he treats you like a queen, in his mind, he know that he's going to get king treatment as well. In other words, there's going to be some reciprocation there. But when a person don't know who they are, how can they treat you like you know who you are? Or how can they treat you like a person who knows who they are? You follow what I'm saying? That's going to be a big mix-up. That's going to be a big problem. The point is, y'all, is whenever you get around certain people, jobs, careers, places, if you're not willing to compromise your value, they don't want anything to do with you. But that also still makes you dangerous because you know who you are. The man who knows that he's a ladies' man is dangerous because he know how to flaunt it. He know how to use his charisma. He understands how to get what he wants. He understands how to use his charm. A woman who knows who she is can walk into any room and get the attention of any man. That's dangerous because she knows. Think about the person who have all of those qualities and characteristics. They're not a threat, and nor are they dangerous. You know why? Because they don't know that they have a bazooka on their hip. They don't know that they are armed. You follow what I'm saying? They don't know. Therefore, they can't use it. All right? But whatever you know about, you can use it. And that's why the saying is, whatever you don't use, you will lose. All right? And see, you understand what to use, therefore you will never lose it. But that's the point, y'all. You are extremely dangerous. Let's do a recap, y'all, and then we'll get up out of here. Number one, you don't get too attached, which means you can walk away easily. Number two, you're learning how not to care at all. Number three, you've separated the situation from the face. Number four, love don't fool you. And number five, your value can't be compromised. You follow what I'm saying? But with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Y'all make sure y'all go to the Rich Mentality Academy. Join the membership. Go meet your tribe. Be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie. Book you a one-on-one session with your boy, or you can check out any one of my books. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.